the top lane that's being swapped out with, you know, the Korean imports. But that was different. It's a different dynamic, Opal.
There we go. Though, Champion Select underway here, and we'll see how things transpire in the first game for both Liyab and Hong Kong Attitude. We get things off in our ban phase. What does Liyab want to take away from Hollow? Oh, so they actually are running Hollow. That didn't come out on our screen actually earlier, I don't believe, so apologies for that one. I'll have to double check.
All right. So
yeah, so they actually are running Hollow. That's
Hollow.
Yeah, Hollow. That's a bit of a different one. Yeah, I wonder if League Ops was told about that. That must have been an emergency or something, because I think they were supposed to play Kabu, yeah. Oh well. What happens, happens. Elite's going to be banned out here from the side of Liyab. In response, HKA, they say, don't. You're just not allowed to play the Ornn.
Not like the previous game. Don't let
and
Soraka
Liyab here are the ones to ban out the Soraka on blue side, actually.
Don't want to take any chances, as earlier, I suppose, it was the red side that took out the Soraka. But Aphilio's not a surprise whatsoever. I'm guessing maybe there might be an Olaf ban, but then I realized, coming from HKA, but then I realized Dodoy doesn't, I think maybe it's not one of his best picks. I could be wrong. Set, though, being banned, totally understandable. We did see, Senna, rather. Oh, wait. I am looking at two different things here. Right, Set. My bad.
Set gets banned out. There's the Aphelios as well. Like you mentioned, Time Traveler Riku. She's about 5 seconds ahead of us. Gets to see Senna.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't hide that screen, Riku. Riku gets to see the future by 5 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
She has magical powers.
I do.
That's what we've established here at the English studio. Liyab, though, they're going to go ahead and lock in the Misfortune to start things off. In response, though, from Hong Kong Attitude, it's going to be the Jarvan.
I really, really love this pick. Man, it fits in so many different compositions and really sets your early game straight for HKA. Such an aggressive jungler as well for Jarvan 4. And we're going to see another Ezreal pick, which I really, really, really like. And I feel like it synergizes well, especially if you manage to trap a lot of members inside the crater. And it's just easy pickings, a true shot barrage as well.
Ooh.
And I like this.
You like the spice coming out of Liyab now?
I like the spice coming out.
All right.
Dodoy.
Doy on the Lee Sin. All right. Let's see some action, he says. Liyab are going to lock that in. Like we mentioned before, HKA, they go ahead and lock in the Ezreal for MMM. And wow, Rex, this is a way to start off your PCS. He's going to go ahead and lock in the LeBlanc. Blind. Okay. Rex, I'll give it to you. You got guts. I'm happy to see it.
I'm super happy. This is such a confident draft coming from Liyab. I really love the Lee Sin. It means they're just going to try and take advantage of how aggressive.
We get the spicy hot pot combo. You lock them down with the Jarvan ultimate, and then you fire them up with the Rumble Equalizer.
Oh, I love that. I love that analogy. Hot pot with the Rumble. It is definitely going to work out super well in these team fights, and the Wombo combos is just gonna melt Liyab for sure, especially that I see a lot of squishy targets around Dodoy as well, with such a squishy jungler being selected by Liyab here.
So now getting yourself set for our next set of bans. Thresh going to be banned out on the side of HKA, so a lot of focus toward the boss side of the map. That still is letting Kurd practically have an open book when it comes to what he wants to pick up in that top lane.
Yeah, I'm super excited how they're going to play with Kurd here, since, again, this is going to be a new Liyab with their top lane and as well as their mid laner being super new in their roster. Gangplank.
Yeah, getting rid of the Gangplank here. I'm shocked that's actually going to be banned out. I feel like you could leave that open if they wanted to and then have a counter pick. So maybe, 3Z just doesn't want to. Irelia, though, is going to be banned on the side of Liyab. So now for HKA, what do they wish to pick up here on their next rotation when it comes to picks? And Mordekaiser again locked in here, which likely means you're going to have a Rumble mid.
Rumble mid as well. Yep, Sari. Makes me wonder what the decision for Liyab is going to be. Nautilus is definitely open for Liyab if they want to keep securing more a tanky frontline, and Fiora being
Wow.
locked in.
Whew. So we got ourselves, you know, the 2 Korean imports coming out here from Liyab saying, all right, we come into this league looking to style. Picking Fiora into 3Z?
They want to show off.
That is confidence. Woo. Woo. Okay. I like it. I like it, Liyab. And then pair that up with, say, something like a Morgana for the spell shield. This is a very skirmish-focused team coming out from Liyab, though. This is pretty much you're looking for pickoffs. Meanwhile, Hong Kong attitude, I think they're looking for the big team fights.
Ooh, this is so spicy. I wonder what Liyab, like how, they're super confident, you're right. And with that said, again, this is going to be very, very tricky, especially when they want to head on to these 5v5s later on. It's going to be tricky for Liyab in general if they don't make their early game count with this one. HKA having the karma.
That's a heavy poke bot lane actually coming out there on the side of HKA. So you're going to have like the Ezreal, you're going to also have the Karma in there. A lot of poke coming down onto X's and Hamas. They're going to be having to force back in toward their turret. We'll see how well they though push back. They have a decent amount of pushback actually coming out on the squad there. That's some Morgana and MF. Yeah, they'll be fine for any push that comes out from HKA.
Definitely, and I'm looking forward to all of these flashy picks coming from Liyab. Honestly, it's just making that early game count, and meanwhile for HKA, trying to utilize and see how Holo can catch up, whether or not Doidoi for sure is going to be super aggressive as this Lee Sin here. Honestly, this is very refreshing Liyab, honestly speaking, because again, it's going to be EXO using the Misfortune at this point of the game and Rex as the LeBlanc. So this is a clean slate for me when I'm looking at Liyab right now.
Well, let's see. We're going to go ahead and load on into the Rift to start things off here for the first match of Liyab and Hong Kong Attitude. Both teams looking to make their mark here on the PCS early in week 1 on day 1. Hopefully start off on a good foot. I'm excited to see how these guys turn out. I'm loving the confidence from Kurd and Rex when it comes from Liyab. And of course, the biggest question becomes Riku. Whose predictions will be correct? I'm Liyab. Riku said HKA. Let's see how this one transpires as we load out onto the Rift.
This is so exciting. I think so far the first 2 games we had the same prediction.
Yes,
and
this is the only thing. This is the only thing. So one of us is either going to be perfect or incorrect. And we haven't made a bet if you actually were incorrect, so I don't think you have to worry.
Yeah, but still, it's like our caster reputation is on the line. Air quote.
Reputation? Excuse me, I'm a play-by-play? I ain't no prophet.
But still. All right, no funny business. I really like how, since 3Z's Mordekaiser ult, we'll probably try to lock. Definitely, there's so many targets to choose from, and especially if all 3 of them grow, Rex, Exosen, and as well as Kurd, I think they can still fare well when it comes to still having enough damage threats on the board. HKA, though, have a very solid poke composition with for the bottom lane, MNM and Wing. Let's see how they do. G-Man, though, on the Rumble. I'm looking forward to see more of those team fights, especially once level 6 comes.
Oh my god, there's so many conquerors on the side of HKA. You got it on the Mordekaiser, you got it on the Jarvan, you got it on the Ezreal too. Oh my lord. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Pair that. Yes, the Predator Rumble. I'm loving that. That's the Doomby special has come together. Let's see. Does Eminem and Wing actually not see this? Oh, tragic.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Feels bad. Good attempt, and nonetheless.
Good job. Try again later.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah. Still have a lot of queues in store, but at this point, a lot of Hamas.
Okay, Hamas. Taking a chunk or 2. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Rex level 1. Whoo, right on the right side of the river, luckily. So he also had Distortion available and ended up not using it. So a calm play from there from Rex, not having to blow any summoners with the visit coming out from the Jarvan.
Yep, still level 2 on Holo. And again, yeah, Hamas forced to really be a little bit less aggressive with the Qs, as really Eminem playing that well in the bottom side of the map. Again, understandable. And you don't have a Nami or a Sona as well to help you sustain through all that poke. So if all of those Mystic shots land and as well as Wings Q, then it's going to be a very tough lane for EXO in the bottom side of the map.
Up in top lane here, Kurd, he'll get a decent little trade back. Gets hooked back, though, by 3Z. Also on this Mordekaiser, he does have the famous one-item power spike. We'll see whether or not he actually goes for the Leandries. And Holo still trying to make an appearance here against Rex. Still not able to.
Ooh, looks like a sneaky Raptor camp steal from Doi over here. Decides to go to the Wolves, and that's going to be an extra Raptor camp for Doi, I suppose, as we see Holo move back to his own jungle. It'll help out, definitely. Sidestep coming from Kurd. Moving over to the Krugs as well from Doi. So this is expected coming from Doi here on the Lee Sin. Let's see if they can potentially... I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too risky, as 3Z is still pretty much healthy. So maybe a dive is too much.
Yeah, Doi, he's just going to go ahead and clear out the Krugs, though, while he keeps waiting. But still, does 3Z actually push here? He might be thinking about it.
Oh, he is.
Kurd just gets, he's going to get, that's very lucky on the, he gets another Vital on that side. Here comes Doi coming up toward the top side. 3Z's forced to flash away, tried to bring him back underneath tower, but not able to here. So decent amount of pressure coming out from Liyab early.
All right, burning a flash, a victory, mini victory for Liyab here, but Holo will be able to get that reset on the Krug, that mini Krug that was left by Doi. Get that reset in. Maybe the revenge gag is going to happen. There were no wards whatsoever in that area. I'm worried about Kurd. Once he decides to okay, never mind.
He'll be fine.
Close,
but no cigar. Or no cigar if you're Graves. They did bring it back though, at least.
Graves,
yes.
I think a lot of the junglers would be happy with Graves coming back and rising back up again, if ever.
Oh, I thought you said like a lot of junglers would like the cigar on their champion. No. I was like, what?
Why would I say that?
That was the context, okay?
That's true, though. I should have chosen my words wisely.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's see here. Kurd is going to get pushed back underneath tower. We take a look across our board, though, when it comes to CS numbers. Rex has been able to find himself a little bit of a farm advantage. That wave, though, will crash back into the Rumble, so not end of the world here. Only other than just that quick early action we saw up in top lane, Liyab just sit at a little bit of a gold lead. That's pretty much it so far. Ocean Drake is available for the teams. Let's see if X is in them. Okay, you missed binding. Don't push forward. Don't do it. Oh, no, X is in. Oh, no. He saw the flag. Does he try and go away here? Ends up flashing against the wall. Has to use the barrier. He will get to safety, but that's both summoners down.
That is an absolute win coming from HKA, burning both summoners. Yep, and that was an awkward and actually very comfy turn from EXO. No vision whatsoever at that point of the map, except for that area, the riverside, that brush over there. But this opens up HKA with the dragon. The dragon's pulled quite far.
Doi. Does it go in? Do it. Doi! He tries. He has to. He has to flash. Okay, that wasn't worth.
Okay.
That's such a late roam coming out from Rex. He was kind of pushed in though, so he wasn't able to do a whole lot there. So Liyab have to give up the Drake. Doi get a little too confident there and has to blow his flash. He'd probably like to save that for a pick later on here, as everyone's starting to hit level 6.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but with the flash being consumed, yeah, you're right. It was a little bit awkward for Doi. But still, though, great job coming from Holo, applying pressure from all parts of the map as well, bot side and top side as well. So now that they have the dragon, let's see what Doi decides to take, because that was a
this is dangerous. Okay, he does have support though from Rex, so Rex was able to push in, so they're able to get some priority from the mid lane and actually go for this invade. A little scared there for Doi as he was going to maybe come close with the Jarvan. Does he actually... Oh, don't do it, Doi.
He has
he's thinking.
Level advantage in the red buff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's a little bit too risky there. But at this point, we see HKA doing a a chill job. I don't think that's a thing. A chill job. A good job here, making Exosen's life kind of
It's
awkward.
not a fun time.
Huh?
There's so much poke on that going on to that misfortune. And the fact that you went back and picked up 2 long swords and a Dorn blade, it's like, I don't have enough money to finish items. I just need components.
Yeah, I just needed to back because
Hamas,
everything's so painful.
I feel like if they actually tried to go for this play, the Rumble could probably turn it actually onto Hamas. Hamas is going for a roam, but he's only a level 4. Rex, though, will get his first blue buff of the game. So be able to use that to try and push on in. Slight CS advantages when it comes to the solo lanes of Liyab, but still that bot lane slightly in favor of HKA, as summoners are still down on the side of EXO.
Yeah, picking up a Sheen and a Tier as well, so it's going to be extra painful. If it's not painful already, it's going to be even more hard for EXO with more steam from more Qs on Eminem. Dodo making a move at the top side.
Oh, that's lots. Here we go. Grand Challenge is going to be popped here, and Kurd is able to almost get every lethal. Let's see here, though. Dodo going to go into the Shadow round, but he's okay going for the 1v1. He's fighting, though, inside the Mordekaiser. He needs the cooldown. Is he able to get the safety? Oh, he gets back out, and man, 3Z, he almost pulled it off, but that's going to be first blood going on over to Liyab.
Oh my. That was super close. I thought Dodo wouldn't have escaped that. Escaped 3Z, but it worked out. Just run for the hills and it's going to be fine. And at this point, this is so risky. Dodo is so low. He's going to bump into the Rumble.
Oh, no. Dodo, just be happy you escaped with your life, bud. That was already very scary. Let's take another look here toward the replay up toward top lane to see how this one all started off. Kurd just couldn't get that last lethal.
One. Yeah. But Dodo was there anyway, so Kurd just wanted to start it off to get that bait. And now look at that slow walk from Dodo towards for the damage. Oh, and thank God it's
that true shot barrage.
So.
Oh, it almost hit Dodo there. So Hong Kong Attitude were almost able to respond with the cross-map snipe coming out from the Ezreal. Unfortunately, did not land, so that is first blood going in favor of Liyab. They find themselves a slight gold advantage, but guess what? Rift Herald, it's going to be started up by HKA, and it looks like Hollow's going to be able to take that easily with no contest.
No contest whatsoever. Quick thinking from Hollow. They're taking a lot. And now let's see what Dodo decides to do with Rex and with a Sork Boots already completed, and Jimien, meanwhile, with the Merc Treads.
Some extra magic resist. You want also, he's got Predator, so he's going to rush Boots anyway.
Yeah.
So nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. And well, we'll see though. Hamas decided to go for Moby Boots first, with not opting for the other pieces of items that Morgana would want to go for. So we'll see if the Moby Boots would be maximized, as they do want to make more picks at this point. But it seems to me Liyab has found one at least, but at the top side of the map.
Meanwhile, down in bot lane, Ezreal almost getting that Miramana started, but unfortunately, it's just a little short on gold. Wanted to get the Sheen for the extra poke in lane, so we'll have that on the Mystic Shot. Let's see. Exozen is able to get his BF sword, so he has a little bit extra damage. Let's see here. Dodo is going to go back. He's actually already got his upgraded warrior enchantment. He's going to hit like a truck now.
Okay, all eyes on bot side. Tons of wards from HKA as well. Yeah. Prepping the dragon.
Helps when everything's lit up. And you also have, again, this little sneaky play coming out from the Jarvan. Rex, though, is looking for a roam. He is going to spot out the Jarvan, though, so he'll just back off. And now ward's going down onto the Cloud Drake. Rather important. You would love to have that extra 10% cooldown reduction on your ultimate for later on in the game. Looks like both teams, though, deciding not to go forward with it. 3Z actually ran. He just rushed Bramble's Vest into a Blasting Wand. Okay. So I believe he's going to go into Leandri's, but Kurd don't care what you got. Oh my god, Kurd! What is this? The Mad Lad going for the 1v1. Going to flash on in, gets the Q. He needs to finish it off. He gets the kill. A 1v1 against 3Z, and he'll find it. Meanwhile, in bot side, Exozen able to split them down, and Liyab, they find themselves another kill. Equalizer going to go out. Holo's out in the middle of nowhere. Hamas is able to get over to safety. Exozen with the flash. Double kill coming out for Liyab as they look to set a blaze game against HKA.
I can't believe the trigger was pulled at the top side first, and now suddenly something happened in the bottom side of the map, which equalized Liyab to get that air drake for themselves. It's a ton of value. Let's see how that went down. Let's take a look at the top side first. It was just an all-in from Kurd. Just buying more items, coming back for 3-3.
Oh, he got the stun off the... Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely mad.
Yep.
I love it. That's a lot of confidence to go up against 3Z like that, but knowing when you have your spike available, and then this one, it's just an absolute mess coming out from HKA. Rex is able to get the pick off on 2 members. Almost able to trade back the 1 kill on James there from the Rumble, and Exton, he was flashing in just to get that extra kill. He's like, I want this damn kill, and they're also going to go ahead and cut the Cloud Drake. So a very big spike of gold coming in for Liyabs. They almost now up 4,000 gold.
That was, wow, 4-0. Wow, I see her face, Opal. It's like, oh, Liyab doing it.
I see our League Ops face right now. He's like, hey, oh my god.
Liyab with a really, really good start here. But yeah, there was no threats whatsoever from X's position at all. So the channel for the bullet time was super complete. Super complete. It was complete. There's no super complete. But with that said, it just really put HKA in a very awkward position. But this gave them time to see if they can take on the mid lane.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of plates. Rex, though, double distortion into his marks. Able to get some damage on back. And because there were so many players around that, there was actually not a whole lot of gold funneled on into anybody. It was only 80 gold to about 4 players. So unfortunately, though, for HKA, they're not able to pick up a whole lot as the rest of the turret plates shall fall. And Kurt has a Tiamat already. He's got his first tier. He's got his first tier boots. Ooh, Kurt's gonna have himself a great game. He's enjoying life right now. Meanwhile, 3Z's like, okay, Ninja Tab. I don't want to have fun anymore.
Oh no. Totally understandable. Forced to go defensive after that a hard all-in coming from Kurt. Of course, 3Z must respect this Fiora pick from Kurt at this point, and this makes it more headaches for Hollow to deal with, as now that we see EXO having that 2-0 ult start from that dragon area fight from earlier. So more problems for Hollow for sure.
Meanwhile, this bot lane, Exodus, though he does have the 2 kills, unfortunately, James keeps trying to go for these roams. Let's see if he actually is able to find a flight. He actually rushed the Mobies, so let's see. He wants to probably jump in here, try and force Eminem to try and go away. Oh, he holds on to the ultimate. Very nicely done. Just jumps on in, and Exo's able to pick up the kill after going through the shield, and that's another one. Now 3-0-0 on the Misfortune.
Yeah, beautifully done by James. Even though there's going to be, it's not yet over. It's going to go back Rex with Dodoy. With the retreat, but yes, with the Moby boots in action as well, even despite having a ward over there. I think they were so pushed forward, and because of James' position, Eminem wasn't able to get to the correct direction of going forward, and he's forced to curve around that area on the bottom side of the map, and now they're rewarded with a tower.
Yeah, tower and bot lane. First tower of the game, too. Again, more gold, just funneled in onto this Misfortune. So Exogen's going to be very happy. For 3Z, he's going to head on back to base. He does have level 11, so has a second point now into his ultimate. Gets a little, I think it's cooldown reduction that ends up helping him with, nothing else. But still, I think if you're a Liyab fan right now, you're very happy to have this kind of showing against HK.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Of course I'm going to be happy. But the game's not over yet. 5-0 for Liyab. But
and that's the thing. I think that's the biggest thing for Liyab is they actually need to try and look for these plays. Oh, do they get it? Oh, they do. Wing forced to have to flash away with the cleanse as well. Exo's in, trying to get the kill. Not able to find it. Gets a little bit too aggressive. Doy not able to connect with the resonating strike. And they'll have to back off, and that forces HKA to have to regroup. Ping's coming out, though, onto that Rift Herald. Looks like it shall go in favor of Liyab.
Yeah, PCS so far, like, we're now at game number 3. It's all about whoever controls the early game and successfully closes the game. Yes, of course, they're going to win. We haven't seen exactly any sort of comebacks yet whatsoever because Liyab has been building so much lead at this point in terms of goal and in terms of map control as well. They're very confident with where they're moving around the map. Like, I would really say HK doesn't have a chance in this. Not yet, because they haven't really fully battled 5 against 5. It's all about these small skirmishes, which Liyab has been looking for and has successfully found. And now that Dragon has risen, it might be, there will be, there will be another fight.
Well, we got ourselves a trade here when it comes to hello game audio. It's on your guys' end too. We also just lost our game audio, but still, we'll hopefully look into that quite shortly. Still, Dragon being the contest here. Doi jumps on in, tries to steal it away, not going to find it here. Kurd getting very aggressive on the side. Wasn't able to find anything there as he's going to have to back off, so it will be HKA securing the Dragon.
I can tell Doi just really wants that highlight play of stealing a dragon in the game, just resonating, striking in. But there we see the Shelly being summoned. I suppose no plates anymore, not actually getting maximized as intended by Liyab, but still, HKA did a fantastic job of securing that dragon from earlier. It's their second dragon already, and as well as max stacks already for the Ezreal, so I assume it's going to be extra painful later on.
Ah, there we go. I hear pings.
Oh,
thank you.
Wow, you're the first person that actually feels happy about hearing pings.
It means that we have our audio back.
That's true.
Excuse me?
That's true.
So apologies for that one, guys. Looks like production was able to fix that one right away. HKA, how do they fix this game, Riku? What are you thinking they should go for?
For HKA?
Yeah.
For me, I'd really love to see more 5v5 fights from them for sure. I'll absolutely get a pick off towards EXO, since most of the gold is on his side anyways. So we'll see, because there's a lot of champions in the match that can potentially just erase him off the board. We've got 3Z as well. You've got sort of backline access with the equalizer, just try to scare him off with Jimian. Holo as well trapped Exosen as well in the crater. So I guess it depends on execution for sure. But at this point, it's just so hard. Try to find a position where they can poke them down, and then that's the time they go all in.
Let's see here. They're going to go ahead back off. Next objective going to be joining us is the Baron. Be a little bit early to think if you're on the side of Liyab, but we do have our first completed items coming through. We got the Ludens on the LeBlanc. You got Essence Reaper now on Misfortune. Miramana fully stacked actually on the Ezreal already for HKA. And you also have the Leandries now for the Rumble. Interestingly, 3Z actually went for the Rylai's first item. Usually we see, you'd like to go for the Leandries for a lot more damage. He's opting for that slow to get in the middle of the fight, just try and lock down some members. So we'll see how that one goes as Kurd is starting to build up toward his Trinity Force.
Yeah, definitely added more utility, and to probably add to more survivability in these fights, because there's a lot of damage coming from the side of Liyab for sure, especially that in terms of gold, they're in the lead, and it's funneled to the correct targets as well with, we see at the moment Kurd and Rexen as well, especially EXO having the time of his life, returning to the AD carry position. I mean, it may not be flashy, like, I don't know, maybe on an Ezreal from way back.
Maybe like a Lucian or something.
Or something, or
Jump
maybe
around.
a flashy Vayne. But, it still works for Misfortune.
Yeah, this is where it's going to start sucking Kurd. Let's see whether... Oh, he's able to get a sidestep.
Oh,
Just gets away from another one. Oh my god, Kurd is dancing around him at this point. Goes for the grand challenge. Unfortunately, he's also got to deal with the Rumble. Kurd is drawing so much attention. What's going on the other side here? Liam's trying to do Baron.
Oh,
Rex, woo! He jumps on in, but he might get taken down himself as Eminem is not able to find it, but they did find the kill onto the Jarvan. Meanwhile, Kurd is able to escape.
Kurd is alive. Kurd is alive and just chilling at the wolf camp.
Oh my god.
Decides to farm.
Hey, he's getting his life back.
Yeah,
Can I
that's
also
true.
mention, Rex just picked up a Mage Eyes. It's cursed. He almost died when he got the Mage Eyes. That is some guts. They will lose the first tier tower, though, in mid lane, and they're going to lose a little bit of map pressure. Still a 5,000 gold lead, though, for Liyab. So we still like to see them try and be proactive here. And HKA still have yet to find blood here in their first match of PCS.
Yeah, HKA did, I think, a good job in denying that Baron take. It was a little bit slow coming from Liyab, and I mean, Kurd managed to distract two members from the HKA squad, still surviving, managed to take away one wolf camp as well before going back home. So Liyab at this point would definitely want to find more opportunities to get Baron for sure. But now the next one would be Dragon. And HKA, based from what we've seen so far, is really good at denying all of these dragons from Liyab. I want to know if they can do it again.
Well, jumping out. Dragon is going to be joining us. So we'll see. Oh, they tried to make a death brush happen. Gets spotted out, though, by the standard. As it is going to be the Mountain Drake still up and available. HKA, though, like you mentioned, you wanted to see them try and go for these group plays. Rex looking for blood. And that's a decent chunk onto the Jarvan. 3Z's looking for a flank. Kurd is nearby. I feel like he wants to try and get into a side lane and start pushing. That, or is he going to try and solo the Dragon? Oh, he is. Dodo's going to come back over. Liyab have been able to zone them away. Let's see if 3Z is able to sneak on over. It looks like he won't. So, HKA, they let go of the Dragon, and that's going to be Liyab picking it up.
Yep, second Dragon for Liyab as well. It seems to be HKA was... hold
on. Rex does not care. He jumps into danger like a mad lad. I'm loving this. Yeah, he's got to get more kills for the Magi.
That's true, exactly.
How else is he going to get kills unless he double distortions onto players? Oh, and Liyab are also taking... This is really clean from Liyab. I'm very happy to see this from Liyab. I wasn't expecting this level of play coming out from them in their first match against a former LMS squad.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge improvement coming from the LSD performances of spring and summer.
What we used to see in LST last year was a lot of just... their lanes, they pretty much were like, we'll survive the lanes.
Yeah.
And then we'll try and win the team fight.
Yeah.
This year, and they're like, Kurd, Rex, go into your lanes and smash them. That's what I want to see here. As we take a quick look on the update as far as the gold goes. The real big discrepancy is on this Misfortune, about 2k up over the Ezreal. And 3Z tried to steal that one away. Kurd is there, though. Kurd also, he's got about a 1,500 gold lead, so very nice coming out from the squad.
But yeah, you're right. Going back to your point, it seems to me that Liyab's lanes seem to be super covered from top, jungle, mid, down to the bottom side of the map. Like, it's like they found their, Liyab found their sweet spot with this roster, like, based from what we're seeing in this performance so far. But based on what I've seen so far, like, their ancestor, or rather their Mineski before, like, they had trouble of finishing games.
Oh,
like, no. That was the problem before. So I wonder if this will still pose as a problem for this Liyab roster. Will it emerge again, or will they did they finally find that sweet spot for themselves?
Well, let's see. Liyab able to find the connection onto the Dark Binding. Doi getting a bit aggressive. Not going to jump in. You can see Liyab are trying to position for a fight here. They want to try and find something. Meanwhile, Rex and Kurd going to go into the split lanes. Meanwhile, Doi steals away the bloody big chicken. Are you serious? He's not giving up anything. He'd rather use Smite on the bloody chicken than he would on Baron. All right, that appears to be the mentality here.
Choking resources. Oops.
Oh!
Wow, with a flash too. Ready to bicycle kick there.
The priority that comes out from the standard when it comes to movement, it's hard to override. So even with the Dragon's Rage, wasn't able to do it in time, so he was able to get back to safety. So Doi would like to have that flashback, probably. There we go.
Starting Baron. Definitely HK is aware. Let's see what the plan is for themselves, as 3Z has teleport.
Teleport is available for 3Z. Liyab, they're being smart here. They're not clearing out that ward. That would instantly give it away. You do see, though, they are checking toward the side, and that will reveal it. 6,000 health. Does Liyab commit to it? They're being indecisive. They don't want to.
Yeah, that was just two members. Focusing on the Baron, they got spotted. Will they start it again? Because HK decided to go back. Do they spot that out? No, they don't. There's not a ward in that brush where the Rumble is just pouring back.
I like this. There you go, Liyab. They get a little bit more extra vision now, and I think now they're fully confident, because look at this. Rex, James, they're going to say, surprise, how you doing? Even with the standard there, they're able to deny it. Doi Doi, oh, he's got to be careful.
Oh,
Doi Doi! Oh no, Doi Doi! Oh, he gets over to safety. That's a redemption too. Eminem able to snipe out Doi Doi at the Baron, so they're not able to finish. And Liyab, they spent a lot of time on this Baron, and maybe we're starting to see a little bit of what Cabbage said on Twitter, where, you know, they just start to fall apart.
Fall apart, yeah.
7,000 gold ahead. I don't want to say a curse, but all right, Liyab, try and prove us wrong, please.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad because they're 6-0 at this point, and now Kurt is just chunking 3Z down. Look at that, waiting patiently.
Oh my, but Kurd, he's got to be careful. Other members of HKA are coming along. Looks like they'll go ahead and back off, though.
Next dragon is about to spawn. It seems to me HKA has managed to take control of that area, but we see a huge chunk of wave building at the top side of the map. HKA, movement speed from Karma. Not going to be as aggressive.
Rex keeps trying to find a way in onto HKA. He's not finding it. Hamas, again, nice dark binding. True Shot Barrage, fans. Rex was over toward the side. Mountain Drake does spawn. You see that Ezreal positioning very aggressively onto Exozen.
Yeah.
Rex, he's fishing. Kurd, though, on the flank. 3Z has to be a little bit careful. He jumps up. Ooh!
Yeah.
Just,
so close.
just, oh, Kurd, that is some guts.
Oh.
I'm going to give it to you, Kurd. You're a mad lad. You're trying to. They're able to survive.
Whoa.
Oh, here's your bullet time, and Holo's going to get taken on down as they jump on in. Doi Doi into the Dark Realm, into the 1v1. He goes into the stopwatch, and 3Z, he's at least able to take down the jungle. Kurd getting very aggressive. He finds another one, and they're just chunking HKA as they funnel into the jungle, and unfortunately, they're going to get ripped apart. There it is, Kurd with a triple kill, and he will go down to the turret, but it's now 11-2 for Liyab.
Kurd is insane. Kurd was insane in that 5v5 clash. That is just, I am at loss for words right now. So many things being dodged by Kurd, so many sidesteps that happened, and it worked well. The bait worked well because they were forced in such a tight corner. See, this Kurd was just so brave. Look at that. Just for that pink ward bait, rather control ward bait, and just dodged so many things. And managed to go all in as well with the bullet time from EXO.
I almost would have liked to see that bullet time be a little bit earlier for Liyab.
Yeah,
I'm being critical, but still, you're happy with a 5 for 1 if you're on the side.
Yeah.
We have technically a 2 for 5 because Kurd went down to the tower, but still, very nicely done for Liyab. We said, when are they going to pull the trigger? Well, they've shown now they can dominate fights if they go for it.
Ooh.
So let's see how they do as they've now picked up their 3rd dragon of the game. I want to see now. Do they try and actually position now for this Baron and force HKA's hand?
That is the plan that, you know, Liyab was intending to do for the past few minutes, but HKA keeps denying them, keeps scaring them away from that objective over there. I gotta say, Kurd, watching Kurd is just, I am entertained. Like, he's just dancing around the Summoner's Rift, and I want to see more, honestly.
Doi Doi, he's going to be checking over toward the Krugs. More pigs. Okay, Liyab, just go for the Baron, please. That's all you need to do here. I understand why they're a bit hesitant. They like to see Kurd try and pressure in onto the sideline because now it's been shown that 3Z cannot answer him. Even with that Leandri's, Rex is still pressuring in. Oh, HK. Okay, does Exoden just try and use bullet time to clear this out? I think he should. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it was a bait! Exoden gonna get bought into the hot pot here, but Holo's gonna get taken down. They're able to defend their AD carry. Doi Doi going down low. Eminem, he's going aggressive. Where's Kurd? Over toward the side. Going for a flank on top of both of them. He gets brought into the Shadow Realm, but he's able to get a perfect grand challenge into the respite. He doesn't care. He's standing on top of 3Z. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight, though, that Ezreal is still very healthy for the side of HKA, and he's able to find it. Unfortunately for Liyab, they may have waited a little bit too long.
My oh my, that turned out way too fast, and HKA did a phenomenal job. It was actually pretty messy for both of these teams, because they had mini fights going on here and there. First was the dive and the hot pot you mentioned with the rumble with the equalizer, but Dore was there with the thick shields, but Eminem with a precise.
Yeah, Eminem
look
stepped
at that.
up.
Woo! All the mystic shots were hitting, and as well as the arcane shift, proccing additional damage. Kurd though was busy facing 3Z, so this gave so much time for Eminem to just deal with the necessary carries that were going to be a problem in the fight. So that's why Kurd was forced to back away and respect that.
All right, so HKA, they don't find themselves the inhibitor tower, though, and I was actually shocked they didn't try and push for that. I think they're just afraid of Kurd.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kurd teleporting there a little earlier, he decided to walk down over from the bot lane, so he was a little bit late to the party. But still, let's see here. HKA, they have signs of life in this game, even though they are behind by 9 kills.
Yeah. It was perfect, though, the bullet time being used, and that's most likely the one of the vulnerable state that a Misfortune can have is when she channels the bullet time, and it was just perfect for Jimian and Holo to execute that. But unfortunately, I don't think the damage was going to be enough anyway, so it's just definitely an opener for Eminem to do his thing on the Azrael. It's so hard to burst someone down as well, especially if Wing times the shields properly once Rex decides to go all in. That's why it's actually hard. That's why Rex has a hard time finding these picks in certain situations where they're trying to siege.
Yeah, and Rex has been sitting on this Soul Stealer for a bit. He's got 8 stacks. He needs a couple more kills and not to die, and that one ended up hurting him, that he ended up actually losing that, because that got halved after that fight.
Ooh, Eminem. Very confident
And
now.
even then, like, because he went Iceborne Ezreal, he's got a little bit of extra resistances, so he's not taking a bunch of damage. Rex jumps in. He's gutsy. I'll give it to him. These new solo lanes for Liyab, they're not afraid. Oh, Rex. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Where's Kurd right now? Kurd is still with the team.
All 5 are in the mid lane, which is very exciting.
Well, we said that the 5v5 was often, it feels like it's more HKA's cup of tea.
Definitely.
And you see them. Exton with a nice little make it rain.
Ooh, that's painful.
Yeah, 3Z's got to be careful. He gets chunked out before these fights. It's not going to go well. Let's see, does Liyab just try and force this? It looks like they are.
Oh, this is tricky.
There you go. Oh, that's beautiful. Bullet time onto the backside of the team. 3Z, he's able to get back to safety, but he's taken down, and Liyab are able to find it off the miss. Ultimates coming out from HKA. They're able to find 2 kills. What else will they do?
This opens up the dragon for Liyab for sure. But now let's see what happened there. I think it was the binding by Hames. The fadeaway binding with Rex in a very prime position, just manages to get a huge chunk before anything else started. So this was the game plan. A lot of force flashes because Hames are landing the bindings in the right target.
And that's going to be Mountain Soul there too. Look how big that shield comes out with X's in. He's now got an extra 700 health combined with his Bloodthirster. So now it seems like Liyab are finally confident enough to try and go for this. Rex sitting on 14 stacks on his Mage Eyes. Kurd! Oh my god, Kurd! You bloody madman! He jumps in! He doesn't care! He's literally smurfing on HKA at this point! He finds 2 kills in the 1v2 with the support from Rex, and the solo lanes of Liyab lead the charge as the OGs clean up at the Baron.
Kurd be crazy. He just charged in again, such confidence, and I mean, it's totally understandable. You are 8-1-4 at this point with 4 items in your arsenal. And now with Baron being acquired by Liyab with 25-second timers on Jimian, they have a potential to end this one if they manage to get more picks.
Oh, here we go. The jump in, trying to find it. Not going to see it, though, as 3Z is going to be tagged out. Dojoy with the insect on back into the rest of the team. And 3Z, he ends up just trying to lock down Hames. But Hames, he says, I don't care, man. I'm just going to bind you to death. And he's able to just hold out, take down the inhibitors. And Liyab also can now look toward the top side of the map. second inhibitor down. HKA's base in shambles. It's a 14,000 gold lead. Exozen able to help take him down. Rex finishes off the kill. Olo jumps in, but they're going one at a time in the hot pot. It doesn't matter. It's not spicy enough for Liyab as they're able to take home the victory in the first game of the PCS.
That was incredible by Liyab. Super clean. And they're so happy to
I don't blame them.
For sure, for sure. Against HKA at that too. I mean, HKA was showing signs of life. They managed to win that fight in the mid lane. But I think the lead was just too immense already for Liyab. So whenever they decided to just take the fight and take advantage of awkward decisions, especially like a pincer that was shown in the dragon area, that was just beautiful. Hamiz's bindings were really, really good.
Yeah, Hamiz has some great bindings there, and you gotta come to Kurd. Woo! That is how you show up, coming in, taking over the spot of top lane, along with Rex there too. The solo lanes. Yeah, I'm so excited. I am so excited now for Liyab. Woo!
It's a different Liyab. It's definitely a different Liyab, and I'm just so overwhelmed by that performance. It was a complete. They're angry.
There was HKA though. They had that sliver of life, and that's a concern for Liyab because they were up like 8,000 gold. They should not be letting stuff like that happen.
Yeah.
Either way, I believe we are going to go ahead though and take a quick on look over toward that, I guess you could say, semi-final team fight. I think actually it's going to be the 3v1 coming out from Kurd with the assistance from Rex. Oh my lord, this guy cannot be stopped!
Especially if you pair it up with a black shield as well. You're just going to pop off and let Kurd do the magic here. And that was just absolutely insane. I have high expectations. Looking at the damage graph, look at that guy.
Oh man, Doi did not do a whole lot that game. But hey, doesn't matter. Let your teammates carry you. That's my motto too. And that's going to be the victory going on over to Liyab as they start things off here in their run in the PCS. And I'm sorry, Riku. I'm sorry to tell you, but your predictions are no longer perfect. I am now the true prophet when it comes to the PCS.
What can I do?
I had faith in Liyab, all right? I put him 5th in my power rankings, all right? You put him dead last.
I put them on 10th, and I have no regrets. It's totally fine. I mean, it's just the first day, so...
So you're saying they're going to fail?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, boy.
But, yeah, that was just... I just got to say how absolutely happy I am to see the improvements from Liyab and how dominant they were in this game. And this is no surprise at all. Kurd.
It's not a surprise at all.
You the MVP.
Not a surprise at all. That's what, 13, yeah, KDA 13, 59% kill participation. Absolute mad lad. You
know what's interesting? Whenever I see, Liyab content, he's always this smiling person. It's always this like soft. He gives me the impression that he's like a soft kind of guy. But then when you see him on the Rift, he's like super duper scary.
Then he gets like, instantly. He picks Fiora, gets a black shield, and just goes in.
It's 3v1. No care in the world. And even surviving I think 2 people that were chasing him down at the bottom side of the map, like in mid game. So I am so looking forward to more Kurd performances for sure.
Yeah, on top of that, Rex also very nicely done on that LeBlanc, was able to pick off a couple members when it came to HKA. And that was our big question for HKA. How would this new roster shape with, 3Z sticking around from the Worlds run there and, being that veteran pretty much from the top lane? And unfortunately there, I'm not a whole lot convinced right now. HKA have a lot of work to do, and even then, their owner was very confident on social media over on the Taipei side of things. So they were rather aggressive. They said, you know what, all this down HKA, not valid, and that's the safer work version of it. Trust me now. That was public. You guys can go ahead and look that one up. For now, though, I do believe we're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, though, of course, it's going to be Resurgence once again trying to do their best when it comes to picking up the pieces here, as we're going to go ahead and take a short break.